Hey guys, how's it going? Been going hard's day. Woke up this morning and I've been working all day. Literally haven't even eaten today and it is 5:14. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I'm hungry right now. And let's see, I'm probably still going to war on this thing. We'll see what I can get done today. I am probably a little over halfway done with the pelvis right now. A little over halfway. Yep, that's pretty close. I'm not sure I'll finish today. I was hoping to finish today. I'm not sure I'm going to, but I am getting pretty fucking close. So it's looking pretty good. I've changed some designs, I think, for the better, and messed with some stuff. I just realized something else I need to change upstairs, but it's looking pretty good. I think it's gonna come out pretty well. I'm gonna go get some food right now and then eat because I'm starving, and then actually feel really good though. Fasting makes me feel great, and then we'll see. Hopefully I'll have something cool to show you guys tonight. If I don't show you guys something cool tonight, I will definitely show you guys something cool tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I finished the struts and got most of the spots for most of the anchors, and I haven't mirrored them over yet because I'm not completely done. Let's see. And I need to do the front part of the joint, but that's a pretty small part. I'm gonna do that when I put in the split for how to get them together. Let me show you guys what I got. All right, guys, here we are. This is how it's looking so far, and all these holes, you see these series of crazy holes right here? This. That is what I'm doing that's different on draft 4 versus draft 3. I'm putting those in, and what those are is essentially spots to hold this thing. So you can see here, these two plates represent like those two plates that are, so these two plates represent the deep and superficial plate of this and this right here, right? So it's an anchor. So this right here is an anchor for an exomuscle. So the Kevlar braided sleeve that comes through is wrapped through a bunch of rings, so it can't pull itself free, and that comes through here and then wraps up and gets stuck there. Boom, like that. And then this can handle about 5 tons of force. That's what I designed it to hold, and it actually will hold it. It'll probably bend just a little bit. It's hard to get it to where there's no red in the simulation because of how much force we're producing, but a little bit of it is okay. Anyway, those go all around in there, and then essentially they're all going to be pointing towards a spot right here in the center, and that's because I haven't put it in yet. I haven't put in any of the anchors yet, but essentially there's going to be a bar running between these two joints right here, and they're going to kind of wrap around that bar, and when they wrap around that bar, either if they're going underneath, there we go, if they're going underneath the bar, so like this one right here wraps, I think this one wraps, yeah, this one right here and this one right here wrap underneath these bars, and so they pull the leg in, and then the other two wrap around the outside and they pull the leg out, or something like that. Anyway, I think, or maybe this one right here wraps around, and I think these two. So I think there's two pulling the leg in, and there's one pulling the leg out. And that's essentially how those work. And then they're going to come round here, and then they come up into this one, and there's going to be another bar, and then they're going to run down the leg and attach somewhere down here. And then they're going to also do internal and external rotation of the leg. So they do multiple things, and if you've heard me talk before, this is how most human muscles work. They work by producing, they produce force over multiple joints essentially, and so your muscles do, like I said, your bicep doesn't even attach at all to your humerus. It attaches up here into your shoulder and it attaches down here into your forearm, but it doesn't attach at all to the bone you most associate it with. So that's kind of how and that's how your body is set up, and so that's what I'm trying to replicate in my suit, is not have the muscles actually attach anywhere else. So anyway, or I'm trying to have them attach across a wide range of joints, not just over one joint. So the anchors are going to be here and here, and then there's going to be tendon in here, everywhere this way, and then tendon everywhere down, and the muscle belly, the part that actually fills with hydraulic fluid and contracts, that's going to go running through this cavity in here. So it'll be running literally in this part that moves right here. So this part that's moving, it's running in between those struts right there. And then I just showed you, there's the joint for this thing and how it works. So it goes up and down like that, which is kind of cool. So that gives you that angle right there. If you're new to the channel, that's that. If you are not new to the channel, that's somewhat new to you, but you'll see that these are bigger now because I've actually sized them correctly to actually be able to hold all the muscles and all the tendons in there. So they're sized for both muscles and tendons in there. One thing I'm seeing is this angle is a bit sharp, and I'm a little worried about that muscle having to bend around that, but I guess we'll just have to figure that out. There's a chance that maybe we can't run them at full pressure when they're wrapped around something like that, but they should, in theory, still wrap around stuff. Hopefully they'll work that way. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that, and then there's going to be metal. There's going to be sheet metal going through all this. You'll see here, this thing's kind of neat. This allows for... So this kind of like skirt looking thing right here is just part of the skin, part of the armor. And I thought about trying to take out this corner because it's sticking out a little bit much and try to round it maybe, something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to do it on this draft anyway. So it kind of looks like a skirt, which I'm not crazy about, but that's kind of how it works. I mean, that's samurais wear skirts and stuff. It's just kind of how, in order to get the motion right for this to come out like this, it needs to be... So and this will only really allow the suit to go out about as wide as my legs are right now. So I'm definitely not doing the splits in this thing, but that's okay. The suit's going to limit some motion. I mean, it's just how it is. It's a big Mark. It's the Mark 1. It's going to be big and bulky, and it's not going to fit perfect. But I will show you this, which I think is kind of cool. So there's a lot of structure on the outside, but then the inside doesn't produce quite as much structure, and that is because it needs to be more cut down to move. So the outside. The inside provides a little bit of structure, but the outside, so the deep frame provides a little bit of structure, but the outside provides most of the structure. So here you can see how I got these kind of curves cut in here like that, and so these things can move around in here, which is kind of neat. It's kind of cool. You can kind of see, you get an idea for how it moves with it like that. So there it is moving right there. So it's kind of neat, right? So you can see how it's cut out to give a high range of motion. Looks like you can come over pretty damn far. Look at that. I could bring my foot over really far if I wanted to. With that, it's coming up. That's the problem. So it really can't. Yeah, you see how it's touching right there? So it can really only come up to, looks like right about there. So about, like I said, right about where my legs are now. And that's just how it has to be, without making this without really compromising the structure of this thing. That's really the only way to make it work. So that's what I got done today. Like I said, I pretty much worked the entire day, like almost nonstop on this thing. So it's good. I'm happy to be getting it done, and hopefully I'll be able to bust out draft 4, relatively quickly. Hopefully it won't take as long as draft 3. I still don't really. I kind of had an idea of how I was going to do this because I had done it before. Right here, this is an old draft, and this is from draft 2, where I was trying to make it more complicated, and I was having issues, and that's part of the reason I simplified the design. But because you can see here, there's a lot more compounding curves. I was trying to make it more form-fitting, but I realized that was a bad idea halfway through this one and gave up on that. But you can see here the holes on this one, because that's kind of how... So I kind of had it already figured out. I don't really have it figured out. I kind of have it figured out for the arms. I don't really have much figured out for the legs. So it is going to take a little bit more time. It's not just completely redoing what I've already done. Hopefully that'll be what number 5 is. I just redo what I've already done, and that'll be the one I build. All right, tomorrow I still have left to finish the front joints. So there's like that joint system that comes off the back, but then there's like a smaller one that comes up the front. I need to finish that. I need to put a cut down the side, like right here, in order to get in and out of the suit, and put the bolts that go into there. And then I need to put on skin on it. I actually am going to skin this one for structural strength testing. So this one will actually have skin on it too. So when it's actually done, it'll look even cooler than draft 3, which it should, because draft 3 was literally just framing. Draft 4 is going to have skin on it, which is pretty cool. The head had skin on draft 3, but that was it. So it'll end up looking a lot cooler when it's done. And then the most refined one, number 5, is probably what we're going to actually be building. Is that all I have to do? Oh, and I have to add the anchors into it too. So that'll be the last thing I do. I've already made the anchors though, so I have those designed. I just need to bring them into that design and then put them in there. So let's see. Tomorrow I'm gonna put the cut in it to get it in so I can get it on and off. And then I'm going to put the front joint on, and then I'm going to put the skin on, and then I'm going to put the anchors in. And hopefully I'll finish all that tomorrow. Maybe I'll even get started on the torso. We'll see. But that might be ambitious. But we'll see what happens. We're getting there. And 2 days for doing one full file is not bad. It's not bad, guys. Yeah, that's it for today. It's looking pretty good. It's just work at this point. We just got to get her done. We just got to get her done, guys. We're getting close. We're getting close. I say that all the time, but it's true. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. If you're seeing this for the first time, smash the subscribe button, because I make awesome shit, and you want to see this Iron Man suit. I know you do. You guys have a great one.